Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Shoot the Chit. Today I have an absolute banger of an episode for you because we're going to be riding the Big Break Regional Trail all the way to the end of the Marsh Creek Trail in Brentwood. So you guys know I'm from Antioch. This is enemy territory. I got to be careful because we're technically set tripping. So join me. We're going to have some twists and turns and all sorts of just fun and adventures today. But before we get going, I'm going to go ahead and check out the Big Break Marina, show you a couple of little features they have here, and then we're going to hit that bike trail with a vengeance. Down at the Big Break regional shoreline, behind me they have this fishing pier. As you can see, there's lots of people out here enjoying their day fishing. There's people out there kayaking. Pretty nice place to be. I believe you can come down here and rent a kayak. I've never done it myself, but I've seen people who take kayaks and they do yoga and I don't know what else they do out here. You can catch fish out here, you can catch crabs, you can catch STDs. It's up to you guys. Behind me is what I wanted to show you and what I believe is kind of the highlight of the Big Break Regional Marina, regional shoreline. I don't know what this place is called, all right? But check it out. It's a 3D map of Contra Costa County. You can see here's the Delta, there's Mount Diablo, and in the urban areas here, there's Big Break, Oakley, and Antioch, and you can see it actually has a satellite picture overlaying. You know what that is? There's Frank's Track. All the way down here we have Tracy, Manteca, Stockton, Lodi, Galt, all the way up to Sacramento. But you guys didn't know that was down here, did you? Because you were too busy thinking about yourself. That's enough of that small talk. We're gonna hit the trail now. Let's cue the time lapse. Now we traveled a bit down the trail. We were going behind the neighborhoods, and at this last little stop off here, now we're going to start to diverge away from the neighborhoods, and we're going to be going off quite a bit of ways. There's a water treatment plant right there, and unfortunately, depending on sometimes you come here, it'll smell fairly bad. But we go back behind this water treatment plant, and then this is going to go all the way up to the Marsh Creek Trail. Here we're at our next stop. If you'll notice, Oakley has this little bathroom area you can use. We're pretty far out there, pretty far away from the neighborhoods. It reminds me of a story. A few years ago, some kids vandalized this bathroom. And I guess there's a surveillance camera out here, but it was like the talk of the town. There was like people commenting all about it. We hope we find these kids. Which just, I'm from Antioch, and if I called the cops in Antioch saying that there were some kids vandalizing a bathroom at the park, they would press charges against me for wasting their time. They would just hang up. They're like, yeah, so what? Those kids are just having fun, you know? Stop being a hater. That's what they would do to me. So if you want to live in a place like Oakley, a nanny state where you can't even vandalize a bathroom, then hey, maybe Oakley's the place for you. But this is also the area that if you come out here and you get some exercise, it is absolutely imperative that you post it on Instagram, because when you show that you're out here, you aren't just dabbling right around the entrances of the trail. You made a conscious effort. You went pretty far. So it shows that you're absolutely dedicated to getting those Instagram likes. So make sure if you're going to post a story, post it from out here. There's a little rabbit out there. Just some of the wildlife you'll see in this area. You see rabbits, snakes. I've seen coyotes. No cap, guys. It's actually a really nice area out here. Which reminds me, I better put this on Instagram. We have now made it onto the Marsh Creek Trail. According to my sources, deep in the Parks and Recreation Department. This trail, which you see behind me, eventually is going to be finished and go all the way up to the Delta, and it's going to follow the Delta and go to a park down by Bethel Island. As of now, we have to go towards Brentwood. For this portion of the trail, this is why I brought my 2019 Comp Turbo Levo full suspension e-bike, because this trail up here is going to get really gnarly. Dropping in. That was absolutely insane, right? We're coming up to a bridge here, and this bridge was finished last year, I believe. Before that, this section here was just a straight shot. Nice brand new bridge. We're going to be going back towards these neighborhoods now. And this path will be going in between neighborhoods for quite a bit of ways, for a little bit up here. Nothing too eventful happening for a while. So we're just going to enjoy the ride. Safety on the trail is absolutely imperative. So you're going to want to pay attention where you're going. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool looking, huh? Keep your hands on the handlebars, wear a helmet, and be courteous of other riders. On your left! Now that's how you do it. We're about to cross over Cypress and head towards Brentwood. For the next couple miles, we're just going to be snaking through these neighborhoods and following the canal some more. So this isn't the most interesting part of the trail, but you know what? It sure beats sitting at home on your lazy ass. I guess I should be nice to my audience, right? Yeah, guys, it's a nice day out here. Come out and try it sometime. You're not being so lazy. We're going to be taking a quick detour off the trail, and I just want to show you this park in Oakley, and in contrast to how Antioch and Oakley are different. So check out this nice little park here. Basketball courts, skate park, baseball diamond, picnic area. It's nice, right? You know what I haven't seen here? Graffiti. I haven't seen any homeless people. I don't see random people hanging out in the parking lot playing music. So, you know, take that for what you will. But personally, I think it's it's a bit boring. I don't feel like I'm in danger at all. How can you have fun if you're not in danger? There's no sense of danger. Are you even living? I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this park, and we're gonna get back on the trail. What do you guys say? You don't, I'm just kidding, you don't have a choice. I guess you could click off the video, but please don't do that. Please stay here. Oh, look, I'll change. I'll do better. Another cool thing about this little canal area, or the creek, whatever it's called, is if you're typically, when you ride through here, if you keep an eye out, you'll just see turtles everywhere. We counted over 100 one time between that bridge back there and where this ends up in Brentwood. If you ride through here, keep your eyes peeled because you will see a ton of turtles. Time to get back on the trail, but you may notice something about me has changed. That's because we're going to Brentwood and I need to bring protection. So I brought a couple guns. It's like, because the biceps is like known as guns. This little section right here is kind of neat. We have this line of eucalyptus trees. You can smell it in the air. We've come to a fork in the road, and you guys have a major decision to make right now. To the left, this portion of the path goes to downtown Brentwood, and to the right, this goes to Concord Boulevard. Thankfully for you guys and girls, I go both ways. Wait, that came out wrong. We're gonna go left. We're at the Sunset Park Athletic Complex, Brentwood. See behind me, it's quite busy today. They're enjoying their lives without the risk of being shot and killed. Oh, let's move to Brentwood where it's safe. Whatever, these people. We're gonna be going across the street. You can see there's a path there, and this path goes all the way to downtown Brentwood. I'm curious to know what the population of squirrels is out here, because when you ride your bike around, you will notice there are thousands of squirrels, and they're everywhere. And they have to be nature's perfect prey, because when you ride by, they don't hide. What they like to do is run directly in front of you and get your attention. I've hit one with I hit the squirrel's tail. My sister hit a squirrel on her bike. They've got to be the dumbest creatures on the planet. Look at that squirrel. They just want to get ran over. We have been going parallel to this cherry orchards where you can go out here and pick your own cherries. Clearly looks like it's not open now. But I always thought it'd be cool to be a kid and live next to an orchard. It just seems like it would have been a fun place to run around, play hide and seek, or I imagine we would have just gotten in all sorts of trouble if we lived anywhere near an orchard. Just separated by this little gate, we would have been out there all the time. You know what? Let's see what it looks like from the air, shall we? We have now officially entered downtown Brentwood. I mean, just look at this. Kids playing, families having fun, no homeless people or gunshots or crime. It's disgusting, isn't it? I don't know how these people live this way. Concerts in this park on Friday nights where families get together and they sing and have entertainment with no drama. It's just terrible. Hello. There's people saying hello to you. What do you mean hello? Mind your own business. Brentwood, again, has done everything Antioch should have done. There's been people trying to make downtown Antioch nice, but the city of Antioch itself just fighting it tooth and nail. It's just overloaded with homeless people. Look at this. People out here eating. There's nice restaurants everywhere. I mean, the biggest problem down here is trying to find parking. It's just terrible what these people have to deal with. This next section of the ride is nothing special. It's just going to be snaking through these neighborhoods up here to get back to the Marsh Creek Trail, which I forgot to tell you, over there by the sports complex, we diverged from the Marsh Creek Trail, and now we're going to be getting back to it. Officially back on the Marsh Creek Trail, and this is Balfour Road right there, or Ballflower Road. We're about to go under, and I just wanted to point this out. For the longest time, this was where the Brentwood homeless person stayed at. There was one guy who was down here almost every single day. He would just be sitting out there drinking a beer, a tall can, and you know what? Every time I rode by him, I was like, I'm kind of jealous. I got to go to work. He just sits out here and drinks. You know, I got to pay rent, pay taxes. He just sits out here and drinks. But you know, we can't all live the dream, so we gotta live vicarious through him. Next stop on the Marsh Creek Trail is this bridge. And any of you people who live in this area have probably seen this bridge, because this is where everyone comes to take their prom photos or their senior pictures or all those things. They take place right here. I did a video in Contra Loma and Antioch, and there's another bridge similar to this where people take pictures like that as well. But this one, I have to say, is the quintessential prom/senior picture bridge. Right here. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people out here taking the pictures themselves. I just wanted to do that, and you know, maybe if I had friends, I'd have one taken of myself out here, but I don't. You can see here, unfortunately, due to climate change, Marsh Creek is just completely dried up. It's just the devastating effects of climate change have just absolutely decimated this area. I'm not part of the problem, because clearly I'm riding a bike, and an electric bike at that. What are you doing? You're probably watching this from your F-250 lifted diesel dually, like all these bros out here in Brentwood. You know, it's people like you that are causing the climate to change like this. It has nothing to do with the fact this summer and earlier this year, this entire park was flooded with excess amounts of water. It's your problem. And the only way out of this is to bring us some more taxes and tax us into prosperity. I hope you guys remember this when it's time to vote. Okay, we're gonna check out this park. This park is very nice. You like that? My vocabulary is very good, isn't it? Here we are at Creekside Park. And what I've noticed the most about this park is, and especially during COVID, and I could be wrong, but disc golf has absolutely exploded in popularity. You can see here, this placard is explaining the rules of disc golf, which I've known the whole time. I never thought it was called frisbee golf. You can see there's one of the baskets there. No, I didn't just look at that on there. I knew it was called a basket the whole time. Regardless of what Mr. Panther 1996 may think, I happen to be quite the disc golf connoisseur. All this grass is dead over here is because earlier this year it was flooded, and that's also because you drive a gas-powered vehicle and you're part of the problem. You know, a lot of people make the mistake of confusing a disc with a frisbee. I used to be one of those people way back in the day. This is much nicer than the disc golf course off of Deer Valley in Antioch, where it's all dead, dry grass, and the weeds go up to your knees. Oh, I see some disc golfers up here. Oh. They know I'm from Antioch. They heard me talking shit. You know, I almost forgot I was set tripping a little bit. I'm from the Antioch, fool. These Brentwood fools, they don't know what they don't even know. They don't even know what I'm talking about. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't even know what I'm talking about either. But this next section of trail coming up here is like one of my favorite parts on the trail, and that's no cap. It's bussin'. Nice part of this trail through here is a lot of it is shaded. These older trees have grown up and provided shade. Some could say it's shady, just like you are. And here we've come to our next tourist attraction on the Marsh Creek Trail. And this is where this bridge crosses over this canal. This is my favorite part of this trail. Look at this. Feels like we're in an entirely different world here. Got a couple farm looking houses here. I mean, if you'd looked at a picture and I asked you to guess where this is at, you probably, I mean, unless you knew where it was, you probably wouldn't guess Brentwood, right? Isn't this cool? And these people's driveway here goes right over the creek. So I imagine sometimes this is flooded and they probably have to find a different way to go home. This is an active field. I'll see tractors out here harvesting. Not sure what type of plants they grow here. Oh, it looks like maybe strawberries. Here, this last little stretch is pretty nice, huh? Well, we have reached what until very recently was the end of the trail, and this is Concord Boulevard. But as we'll shortly see, they have since extended this, and this trail now goes to where the John Marsh house is at. And of course I'll show you guys. Come on, what do you think? I'm gonna give up now? I just wanted to point out that if you've been here, this was the end before, but fear not, guys. If you want to go, cross the street and the trail picks up on the other side, which we're about to see now. So let's go. We're underneath the Highway 4 bypass right now. This is Marsh Creek. It's dried up. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat. If you guys ever wanted to know what it looks like underneath the Highway 4 bypass, well, this is it. Are you let down? Does this look like what you expected it to look like? Or maybe you've just never thought about what it looks like underneath the Highway 4 bypass because you're too busy thinking about yourself. We just came from that way, and we are now at the end of the trail. This is Vineyards Parkway, and if you can see on the other side of these bushes here, that is the John Marsh house. This is as close as we can get to it on foot. However, if you guys probably already realized by now, I can get a little closer than that with my drone. If you guys aren't familiar with John Marsh, well, you're missing out because he's a very prominent figure, a historical figure in this area. He's considered like a kind of a pioneer. He established a lot of these towns. There's a lot of streets named after him. Like I said, we've been riding next to Marsh Creek, named after John Marsh. Marshmallows, you ever heard of them? Yeah, John Marsh as well. So John Marsh was a Harvard graduate. He moved to California in 1836, and he was murdered on September 24th, 1856 by 3 vaqueros over a dispute over pay, and that took place on Pacheco Boulevard in Martinez. Nowadays, you're much more likely to be murdered just walking down the street in Antioch minding your own business. But it's pretty cool to know that's where he lived, right behind you. If you turn down, I believe it's Empire Street in Oakley, the first 5 streets spell out Marsh. It's Main Street, Acme Street, Rose Street, Star Street, and Home Street, M-A-R-S-H. Did you guys know that? Looks like we won't be doing much drone footage after all because there is a hawk or some sort of bird out there who is very interested in trying to eat my drone. So luckily I landed it safely, but I think I got some good footage. We're gonna go ahead and leave that bird alone and we're gonna move on now. So if you're interested in learning more about John Marsh, there's this excellent website called Google where you can look all these things up your damn self. So I'm not gonna bore you guys by showing you the same place we just went on the way back. I'm gonna glaze over that. All right, I'm back at Big Break Marina. The ride is officially over. That was 27.59 miles. Go ahead and add me on Strava if you want to follow my rides. That was a pretty fun one today. My drone almost got eaten by a hawk. I often wonder, like, what would it have done if it had caught it? I'm getting attacked by bees now. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that BS. And until next time, guys, stay shooting the shit. And we're at this tunnel that goes underneath Sand Creek Road. And believe it or not, this tunnel is a remnant from the Coco County cartel that was used for trafficking in the early 2000s. We're on the other end of the tunnel now, and just brought a random thought to my mind. You know, if you watch my videos, usually I like to leave money as like a little present or a treat for somebody who watches my video. But you know, since we're in Brentwood, if I did that, these people out here have so much money, they'd probably report me for littering.